Hello, Michael here, looking at Psalms 90 for our devotion, a psalm which may be subtitled From Everlasting to Everlasting. And today we're focusing on the last two verses of the psalm, verse 16 and 17 for our exposition. Let's go ahead and read those two verses. Verse 16. Let thy work appear unto thy servants, and thy glory unto their children. Verse 17. And let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish thou the work of our hands upon us. Yea, the work of our hands, establish thou it. And as we turn to the treasure of David for the exposition, let's go ahead and read verse 16 again. Let thy work appear unto thy servants, and thy glory unto their children. And Spurgeon exposits, Let thy work appear unto thy servants. See how he dwells upon that word, servants. It is as far as the law can go, and Moses goes to the full length permitted him henceforth. Jesus calls us not servants, but friends. And if we are wise, we shall make full use of our wider liberty. Moses asks for displays of divine power, and providence conspicuously wrought that all the people might be cheered thereby. They could find no solace in their own faulty works, but in the work of God they would find comfort. And thy glory unto their children. While their sons were growing up around them, they desired to see some outshinings of the promised glory gleaming upon them. Their sons were to inherit the land which had been given them by covenant, and therefore they sought on their behalf some tokens of the coming good, some morning dawnings of the approaching noonday. How eagerly do good men plead for their children. They can bear very much personal affliction if they may but be sure that their children will know the glory of God, and thereby be led to serve Him. We are content with the work if our children may but see the glory which will result from it. We sow joyfully if they may reap. And verse 17 that reads, And let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish thou the work of our hands upon us. Yea, the work of our hands, establish thou it. Spurgeon exposits. And let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us, even upon us who must not see the glory in the land of Canaan. It shall suffice us if in our characters the holiness of God is reflected, and if over all our camp the lovely excellences of our God shall cast a sacred beauty. Sanctification should be the daily object of our petition. And establish thou the work of our hands upon us. Yea, the work of our hands, establish thou it. Let what we do be done in truth, and last when we are in the grave. May the work of the present generation minister permanently to the building tip of the nation. Good men are anxious not to work in vain. They know that without the Lord they can do nothing, and thereby they cry to Him for help in the work, for acceptance of their efforts, and for the establishments of their designs. The church as a whole earnestly desires that the hand of the Lord may so work with the hand of His people, that a substantial, yea, an eternal edifice to the praise and glory of God may be the result. We come and go, but the Lord's work abides. We're content to die so long as Jesus lives and His kingdom grows. Since the Lord abides forever the same, we trust our work in His hands, and feel that since it is far more His work than ours, He will secure it immortality. When we have withered like grass, our holy service, like gold, silver, and precious stones, will survive the fire. Amen. We work, but not in vain. for the Lord will establish our goings and our comings. Trust you enjoyed the meditation. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be